CueSports International and Bad Boys Billiard Productions would like to welcome you to the 2014 U.S. Bar Table Championships. We're coming to you live from the Grand Sierra Resort here in Reno, Nevada. Hi everybody, Ken Shuman here for TAR, and we have winner side action, 9-ball division for you right now between Robocop, Dennis Orcollo, and Justin Bergman. I was going to call him a young gun, but he's still young, but maybe he's a medium gun. But he still shoots a lot of straight bullets. So anyway, this is going to be a race to 9, as all the matches will be in the 9-ball division. Alternate break format, rack your own. And no ball has to be called anywhere at any time as long as you hit the lowest ball. Anything that goes in counts. The 9 counts on the break anywhere. So here we go, Dennis, first rack. The corner ball has been going almost every time. Watch the 6 in the lower left. And again, notice the speed that most of the players are breaking with. Probably 50–60% of their speed mostly. Some cases a little bit less. And we just had a terrific match between Scott Frost and Carlo Beato. Carlo made 2 mistakes, and that was a difference in the match. He made 2 bad push-outs, and those were the 2 racks that cost him. Scott Frost advancing 9-6. Carlo going to the B side. You're watching one of the truly greats of our game. A lead pipe cinch lock for the Hall of Fame in another 5 or 6 years. Just took down his very first Derby City Bank Pool title. And he followed that up by being crowned Derby City all-around master of the table, again for the very first time. He also has a Derby 9-ball title, so he's looking for a Derby 1-pocket crown in the next few years to complete the cycle. And it's funny, in the history of the Derby City Classic, I don't think any individual has ever won throughout their career all 3 individual divisions. Efren's never won the bank title. I don't know if Shane's ever won a bank title there. But of all the greats of the games, this gentleman right here is worthy to be mentioned whenever you mention the historic players in professional pool over the last 50 to 75 years. He won the George Fells Memorial Straight Pool Challenge here at Derby as well, and he's hardly known for his straight pool ability. That didn't prevent him from knocking off a 141 there in the qualifying stages. Now Dennis is the defending U.S. Bar Table all-around champion. Had a great year last year in 2013. He won the Derby Bigfoot Challenge on the 10-foot table. Knocked off the Jay Swanson Memorial. And he won the U.S. Open 1-pocket last year. He also won the World Cup of Pool. That's the team event. He won that with Lee Van Corteza. Mr. Bergman here from St. Louis, Missouri, is just coming off a victory last weekend at the Chuck Markoulis Memorial Tournament in Sacramento. He won the 9-ball division with a really strong field, and he also won last year the Southern Classic 1-pocket. So an unexpected turnover there by Mr. Robocop, and Justin Bergman gets out ahead here 1-0 and breaks in rack number 2. On behalf of everybody here at the Action Report, we want to express our appreciation to all of you for supporting us again this week. And as you have throughout all of the years, we say it a lot, and we're not just saying it. It's genuine, it's from the heart, and it's really been a great ride. And thanks for making it possible, everybody. And we hope you'll be with us throughout the rest of the week when we crown our 9-ball champion, our 8-ball champion in both men's and women's divisions, and our 2 all-around champions. And the U.S. Open 1 Pocket is well underway. Tomorrow we will be bringing you the semifinals and the finals of the U.S. Open 1 Pocket. The times will be determined. Try to let you know that as quickly as possible. There's still some scheduling issues, of course, because the players in the 1 Pocket, quite a number of them are still obviously in 9-ball and will play 8-ball. But tomorrow is the day for the semis and the finals of the 1 Pocket. So as soon as we have those time frames established, we'll let you know, and you'll see that right here live on TAR. The 1 Pocket final tomorrow will be a single race to 5. Meanwhile, back to the action here. Justin with a nice open look here at the 1 ball. Gonna kind of find the gap for the 3 here between the 9 and the 8. And it looks like he has got there perfectly, as you can see by that camera shot. He's straight in on it. He'll bring it back about to where it is right now, maybe for the 4 on the side. And that should connect well to get the remaining colors. That's right about where he wants to be, just about where it is right now. He wanted to come a little further than that so he doesn't have to run the cue ball up here, but now he's going to have to. It's kind of a nice little inside stroke he put on that 4 ball, but he wanted to be sort of straight on the 6. Now he's going to have to dig down a little bit. Might come 2 rails out of this corner with inside. Yep. And that leaves him a large area to get to play the 7, and he's done it perfectly. It looks like it's just stop from here. As great a player as Dennis Orcollo is, in this format, on these conditions, you can't make mistakes, and you can't afford to fall too far behind either because of the alternate break format. All right, 2-0 for Justin. Dennis breaking. Now that break's going to work every time, but if he doesn't hit it a little firmer, he is risking having a couple of balls cluster up on him now. The 2 will not pass the 7, the 6, I mean. It'll go in the side or in the corner. But he's going to have to do something with the cue ball here. If that goes, I'm very deceived by it. And I'm sitting kind of right behind that pocket on the angle you're looking at. I'm right behind that camera that's giving you this angle, and it sure looks like it does not go. And if it doesn't, I'm really surprised he would put the cue ball there. Perhaps he was trying to draw it to the area where he could have played a 2-9, but I mean, it just seemed like there might have been some better choices. This is going to be safe. And that's beautifully done. But he didn't freeze him on the 3, so he's going to let Justin have access to that long rail, and this will be a 2-rail kick. And the cue ball should head towards the 3 if he makes it. Well, he got a little fortunate that the 7 covered the 3. Hard to tell if there's room there, but Dennis is going to play safe up here behind all these balls. I think he got him, not by much. But now the 4 has blocked the 3 from going. This is all a result, really, of the soft break. Where the balls are clustering. If you remember in the first match between Carlo and Frost, they were breaking medium speed, but with enough velocity to at least get the balls separated. And that's exactly what Dennis hoped for, was a ball in hand. He's going to have to play the 3-4 if he wants to run out. The only other choice would be to bank the 3, and I don't know if he can do that and still hold the cue ball. So let's see how he goes about this. He could come around and run into the 4 with the cue ball, but I don't think the 3 goes easily down in that corner. He wanted to hit the 4 with the cue ball so he'd be straight in on the 3. Assuming it does go, this just plays a little tougher. Just because of the fact that the 7's there, it kind of tends to deceive you a little bit on how much room you actually have. And he wants to be in the middle of the table to shoot the 4. Yeah, the presence of the 7 ball is making him take a little extra time here. Where he just put his finger is where the cue ball is going to hit that cushion when it comes across. Nice shot. So Dennis on the board now, and Justin will be breaking with a 2-1 lead. And again, you see not any difficulty in making balls on the break. Just got to avoid clusters. And he's done that. There's plenty of room between the 6 and the 7 to get in there. His most difficult shots right here. And as all of you who play know, when you're this close to the object ball, it really is tough because it's hard to see your contact point. He's got an angle on the 2. Looks like he'll be able to just follow this straight back up to the middle of the table for the 4. Just got to be careful on the speed here. Perfect. We'll have a couple of options on the 6 from the middle of the table there. 3 rails around or over and back, and kind of like 3 rails from here. Because it takes the side out of play when you play it that way. Dennis is going to have his hands full with this young man, let me tell you. Okay, another break and run for Mr. Bergman. 3-1. Be interesting to see here if Dennis gives it just a little more speed on the break. It's not going to affect the ability of the wing ball to go in. But it may prevent the balls from gagging up over here on the side rail. So let's see what he likes to do. Yeah, maybe might have given that another 5–10%, and that did the job for him. The issue he's going to have if the 3 doesn't pass, and you can see it doesn't pass the 7 to the right, from the 2 to the 3 may be tough because of the position of the 5 ball. He may actually have to try to come forward off the 2 and go at the 7 with the cue ball, or simply just come out to about the same line it's on now and take the cut on the 3. I don't know if it lays well to do anything else. Maybe just float out not quite to where the 8 is, but this is still a little bit tricky. Maybe he's going to go off the inside of the 8. Yeah, he wanted to hit the 8 full in the face and hold it right there for the 3. And as you can tell by his slamming his hand on the rail there, he didn't get where he wanted to, and now he cannot run out. He's going to have to slide the 3 at the 7 and come all the way around down table, I think. He's got to miss the 5 ball. Well, if Justin can hit this 3 off the second rail thin, the 3 won't go far, and the cue ball could go up table, or he can hit it soft and just try to use the 7 as the blocker. Knowing that the 3 wouldn't go very far, I guess he was satisfied simply to make the hit, knowing that he wouldn't leave Dennis an open shot. Again, one of the rare times you will see a bridge used on a bar table. But as we said yesterday, it usually only comes up when you have to reach and be jacked up a little bit. And of course, Dennis is a little bit of a diminutive stature size, and he needs that to stop. Looks like he got him. Well, maybe he's going to have to masse just a little bit maybe here. I don't know if he's got the edge or not. Yeah, it looks like he does. Now it looks like he doesn't. He can't risk it. He's got to play at 2 rails. How'd he do? Well, if he can get out from here, he will absolutely have stolen this game from Dennis. And that'll be 2 unforced errors that Dennis has made in the first 5 racks. He did so in game number 1, and he did so again here when he was unable to get position on the 3 ball. The 2 was laying tough, but he played a risky shot, and he paid the price, or at least it looks like he's going to. Well, that's not good speed there. But he recovered really well. And Dennis is going to find himself in a very quick 4-1 hole here. Once again, the soft break is making the ball, but not really able to control the one. And again, the cluster over on the left-hand side, 267. He's come off the right side of the one here, and he wants to come up here behind the 267. Looks like there's plenty of room to get there. It's got to go. Well, a lucky tap on the 8 for Dennis, and Justin is not going to be able to hit the one ball straight on. Going to really have to twist this if he's going to try to come in around that 8-3 and hit it from behind. Not a lot of distance to travel, so it's going to have to take a real quick. And at best, he would get the one thin. I don't think he can get under it full in the face. So he may have to go one rail straight up the other way. If he clips it on the left, he could get safe behind the 6-7. Well, just not quite thin enough, but he made a really nice effort at it. Should just wedge him right in there. Yeah, he didn't get it where he wanted to because the short rail's available. He wanted if it was frozen to the 6, Justin would not be able to do this. Look at this. Well, that's a nice touch there from that distance. He wanted to keep this angle so he can open these two up off the 4. I don't think he'll hit this very firmly because he, A, does not want to risk scratching off the rail off the 6, and he doesn't want a lot of movement either. Now, I really can't tell for sure if he can get to the cushion first or he's got to go right into the balls. That's a really professional pool shot right there. He knew exactly where the 6 would wind up if he hit it where he wanted to with that speed. Lo and behold, we have 5 for Justin and 1 for Dennis. And I'm not sure anybody would have predicted this big of a gap this early. Justin did get lucky there when the 2 ratted itself in after he kicked at it, but that's the way the game is played. And I don't think Dennis can afford to make any more errors here. And he's going to need some help from Justin too along the way. He's going to try to kick this in, absolutely. The problem will be he's got to get the cue ball back down where his arm is to be able to shoot the 2 in the side. Well, if the 2 passes the 7, he can make the 2-8. It's really tight, as you can see. And the 8's already to the inside of the pocket, which makes it a little tougher. He's looking to put him behind the 7 ball. He really wants to shoot the 8, but he's not going to be able to. He made sure that the 7 and the 9 are going to try to are able to prevent Justin from the straight across 1-rail kick. He's going to have to go 2 rails underneath, and he can save from right back here with a good hit. He'll take that every time. It's so rare to see Dennis struggling, especially on a bar table where he's pretty much unbeatable most of the time. But I think a lot of this is a result of the way Dennis is breaking the balls. Not sure what he was trying to do there. Maybe have the 2 run into the 6. I mean, your guess is as good as mine. Justin's taken advantage of every mistake Dennis has made. Dennis has made 3 bad errors, and that's 3 games that Justin won, in addition to the 3 he won on his own break. So he has a 6-1 lead here over RoboCop, and I would be surprised if Dennis is able to overcome this because of the alternate break and the way he's breaking. Justin's not going to give him anything anyway. Justin's a very intelligent player. He's not going to take any unnecessary risks now when he's in such great control of this match. Well, the 7 got right in the cue ball's way at the last second there. He might push for a jump. I don't know if he likes jump shots or not. But I wouldn't want to let Dennis have any look at this deuce. Might tie the 4 up a little more so it can't go in the side. Very smart shot there by Justin. He doesn't care if Dennis has a bank on the deuce cross corner because it's going to be tough to get on the 4 with the angle he left him. And that's assuming the 2 will bank and that he does play it. But he's not giving him anything easy, that's for sure. Well, he hit that right into the diamond. Well, Justin's outplaying him in every phase of the game here. His cue ball control, his safety play, his breaks, his decision making on whether to shoot or play safe, where he's pushed out. It's a credit to the young man. And he's if he keeps this up, he's going to be a real threat the rest of the way. See if he tries something different, maybe more power here. A little more, but still, see the 3, 5, 6? He's had a cluster over there every time he's broke. And only once was he able to negotiate his way through the rack on his own break. Dennis's cue is a tiger. He became associated with them, oh, I think maybe in the last couple of years. There's actually a kind of a signature model that Tiger has that Dennis is using. Comes in same style, two different varieties of materials. Really nice looking cue, plays well too. Well, that's the Dennis we're used to. Very pretty shot there. Still going to have to deal with the 5-7. Could draw right into the 8, that would be the place to be. Well, he got one back, but unfortunately, it's Justin's turn to break. Unfortunate for Dennis. He's still got a long way to go to get back into this match. Might be a 3-rail and the 1 behind the 9. Stay right there. He'll be able to bridge on the rail here, will help him a little bit because the 8-ball is impeding his ability to strike cleanly down on the cue ball. So being able to get up on that rail helps him a little bit here. And that's not going to help. Yeah, when it's going like that, that's the kind of stuff that happens. he made a great hit, but the ball was bouncing when it made contact with the object balls, and it didn't have time to settle down because the table's not that big. And he went from stealing a game to most likely losing another rack. The only issue is the 7-8, and it does look like there's room to make that 7 cleanly. Just doesn't want the 8 to move very far here when he draws the cue ball. A little straight. It's workable though. The young gun is giving the old master here a pool lesson. I mean, this is meant with no disrespect at all, because not only do I think an awful lot of Dennis, I mean, I've known him a long time now and consider us to be good friends, but I don't know that I've seen him play this badly a set in a long time, especially on the bar table. Well, this is a little better because the 2, 3, 4 all pass now. Remember the very first game of the match, Dennis missed a 5 ball on his own break. And it's basically been downhill from there. A lot of times that first game just kind of sets the tone for the rest of the match, even with these great, great players. And he has never been able to recover from giving up that first game to Justin. Justin broke and ran the second rack, and it's been all Mr. Bergman since. So Justin now with a chance to put the set away and send Mr. Orcollo left. Dennis is chatting with Carlo Beato over there, and now they're laughing. I mean, at this point, that's about all you can do. So on the hill and breaking, Justin Bergman. It looks like it'll pass the 7. It's tight, but it's actually pretty much match ball here if he can pocket this deuce. And he knows it. He wants to shoot it. But he also knows he's still playing one of the greatest players of all time, and he doesn't want to give him any air at all. He can play safe behind the 4. So this is all about making the right decision. Well, I sure can't blame Justin for trying to make that ball. I mean, he obviously felt it would go easily enough that it would put an end to things. And of course, Dennis is feeling absolutely no pressure now. Not that he's really a guy that is affected by pressure. He's been on the biggest stages in the world, in the biggest tournaments in the world. He's played for big stakes everywhere. He's not intimidated by anybody. But now it's 8-4, and if Dennis breaks and runs here for 8-5, when Justin comes back to the table to break, he will feel just a little bit of heat, because Dennis is now in his rear view mirror. A couple of games ago, he wasn't even in the rear view mirror. He was that far back. But now he's closing the gap. So let's see what happens here. It's really about finding a pocket for the 3 ball, which goes in the corner you can see right here, or the side. The 2 lays okay to get to the 3. It's all going to be about the 5 and the 6. This angle, he may be able to go at the 6 ball with the cue ball. Don't think he got exactly where he wanted to go. And you can see now he's going to try to hold this against the rail and shoot the 5 in the same pocket, but he's changed his mind, and maybe this goes. If it does, I've been deceived by it the whole game, and it does. And it did. Well, from 8-2, it's going to be 8-5. Remember, Dennis won the lag. So if somehow this gets to a hill-hill game, Dennis is going to break. Justin has this opportunity to win the match, and he'll have one more should he not win this game, and Dennis wins on his break to make it 8-7. Justin will have one more break on his own to try to put Dennis away. But these guys are hard to put away, I'll tell you, you know. See, now the roles have turned around on Justin. He was getting nice shots after the break, the first 2/3 of the match. And now he's going to have to push. This could become very interesting very quickly here. Well, there's no way he's getting this back. He's more concerned about where the cue ball's going here than actually making the one. There's enough room. But he knew he was going to flirt with the 7. That's why he took a little extra care there. He made a really nice shot too, and if he pockets this ball, he's likely going to win the rack. Whack. Right in the heart. Notice how he's picked up his pace here the last 2 or 3 games. Once it was 8-2 and he felt like he had nothing to lose, he just started getting really loose and picked up his rhythm a little bit. And he's going to be breaking in the next game. So now it's 8-6. I think if there's anything at all we could say that Justin might like to have a chance to think about again would be his choice to shoot that 2 ball a couple of games ago, trying to slide it all the way down the rail there underneath that 7, where he could have played safe. But you know, there's only 5 balls on the table. He made 4 in a break, and had he made that ball, it was likely that we'd already be talking about the next match. But hindsight's 20/20, as we all know, especially in this game. And it seems like the roles have kind of balanced themselves out now, where Justin had most of them early on, and Dennis has gotten them the last 4 or 5 racks. Well, and just as I said that, of course, the roles favor Justin here after the break. Dennis cannot get to the 1 ball. And of course, the 3 and 7 are tied up, as you can see. He said go ahead. He didn't even get out of his chair. Now this is another one of those jump shots, if that's what he's going to do, where the object ball being so close to the cushion, you've got to be careful about controlling the white ball if it's bouncing when it hits the 1. Notice he got out his break jump cue. He forgot to take the bottom part of it off. A little longer jump cue here than the standard 40-inch. probably keep that, well, he's not going to jump here, but he's sure got to go figure out how he's going to kick at this ball. He has a little bit of protection in the rack so far because of the 3-7. But he probably doesn't want that 2 ball anywhere down this end of the table where if Justin had a shot at it, he could open the 3 up. Made a nice hit, and he kind of got a pretty good roll with it. Yeah, Justin's going to want to thin the 2 and come behind the 7-3 and with the cue ball and open them up. At least that was his first thought. Here you play 100% cue ball. Has he got enough spin on it? Nice shot. That was a nice shot. The only bad part about that is he didn't move the 7 and 3 enough to where the 3 has a pocket. So it looks like Dennis will go 3 rails and hit this from behind. He's going to sell that out, but it's a question of what can Justin do with the 3 ball. Doesn't have a huge angle here on the 2. He's looking at it. Now he's looking at the cross corner. He does not want Dennis out of his chair again. Yeah, he's going to play for the cross corner. And I think he's going to hit it with the 2-rail speed that it comes back behind the 7 if it doesn't go. So that means he needs to miss it short if he's going to miss it. And when you put that in your mind, sometimes that's what you wind up doing. But this is really the key shot here for Justin. If he pockets this, he's likely to win the match. Got to be real careful here. Maybe he's just going to slide it and say, oh, he double kissed it. It double kissed. He wanted to slide up underneath. And look what we have here, folks. If Dennis can get out here, he'll have a chance to tie the match up. Now what? Not really sure what he was trying to do off that 3 ball. Maybe it was just so straight in. This is all he could do. I think he's slicing it. Yeah, hit it fat. Good stroke there. I think it just float up about a foot here. Go right between the 8 and the 9 and shoot 7. No need to try to do anything more than that. Dennis has conceded. He's going to shoot that 4 ball again, I bet you. Watch. No, it was the 3. He did try to do something different with the 3. Yeah, now he said if I should have played it in the corner. But anyway, Justin Bergman with a 9-6 victory over Dennis.